And this is Metagame Minute, where we talk about board games and stuff like that, you know, because it's a board game channel, and that's probably why you clicked on it. You know, we don't smush stuff with giant hydraulic presses, so if you're here for that, get out.
3, 2, 1, bro.
What's up, everybody? My name is Michael E. Murphy. I'm one half of the Brothers Murph. What I want to talk about, I was talking about game night last time. I want to talk about game night again. We encountered at our most recent game night it's a tricky thing because I just don't want to suggest that people are not welcome to our game group, because that is not the case. We had a gentleman who was odd. He was odd. He was weird. Okay? That's the only way to put it. He walked into game night barefoot. We were playing game night in a public game store. That was odd. For late fall, even in LA where it's warm, that was an odd choice. And it got weirder from there. This is a gentleman who's socially awkward. I don't know if there's, you know, he maybe is on the spectrum or something like that. We don't know that much about it. But it turned into an uncomfortable gaming experience for a lot of other folks that come to our game nights regularly. And so we had to kind of have like a debrief afterward, my brother and I, with a couple of the people that come to our game night week in and week out. And we asked about this person, what their experiences were, because we had all kind of played games with him at different points in the night, and everyone was pretty like put off by this person generally. And it wasn't just because the shoeless thing, it was because like on top of that, like he was a little bit aggressive, you know, just combative in terms of in the playing, not like we were afraid for our safety, but it was just kind of not a good gaming experience, one that people didn't like. And so my brother and I were kind of like, what do we do moving forward if this person wants to come back? Because it's a public meetup group that we do, and that is part of the deal, is like, you don't know who's going to come. You want everyone to come, right? So I'm curious if anyone who's run a game group, especially a game group that might extend outside of people that they know already, have you ever had any experiences with this? Was someone who is new, no one knows this person ahead of time, and it just creates an experience that's uncomfortable for people? Have you spoken to that person? Do you just kind of like say, hey, maybe this person won't come back and we won't have to deal with it? That's kind of where we are right now. It kind of ended on a bad note. Like, we were playing Space or getting ready to anyhow, and 5 people sat down. It's a 5-player game, and I guess prior in that night he had expressed interest in playing it, so he just kind of said something about like, oh, no one wanted to play when I suggested it. I see that as full now, and walked out the door, maybe to never be seen again. So we don't know. But if he does come back, we are going to have to figure out, what do we do now? You know, do we give a second chance and see maybe that was just a bad night for this person or what? Please let me know in the comments below. This is just honestly asking like advice, your experiences. What have you done when you've dealt with someone who just creates an uncomfortable environment? That's not something that we want for our game group. We're all about inclusivity. We want everyone to be welcome, right up until the point that someone comes in and makes those people feel unsafe, unwelcome, uncomfortable. And I think that's fair. So let me know in the comments below what you think of that situation based on what I've told you, and maybe any experiences you've had in the past and how you've dealt with them. We'd really like to know, just because we might have to talk to this gentleman if he comes back to our game night and conducts himself in a similar fashion. Thank you so much in advance for all that advice. We really appreciate it. For more videos, hopefully funnier, sillier videos, check out our other stuff on the channel right here at the Brothers Murph. If you're new to us, feel free to subscribe. As always, we are sponsored by Restoration Games. You can find out their games at restorationgames.com. And we always play our games on Game Toppers LLC. Game Toppers, bang bang from Berkey the man. Go to GameToppersLLC.com to upgrade your gaming experience. And just remember, folks, that whether or not everyone always gets along at your game group, or once in a while you gotta go and talk to somebody and maybe disinvite somebody, the more meta, the more meta. It's all love. Cheers.